Good morning. It's me, Nikachu, Merfolk Master, and let's have a good cup of coffee because it is day 24 of coffee and MTG. Remember, we're all quarantined. We got to stay inside. Let's keep each other company. I'm here to. You got questions? I've got answers, and let's keep the conversation going. We've been having good conversations for now almost 5 weeks now. This is incredible. We're on day 24. I love it. So, brew up a cup of magic and let's try to enjoy this morning together. Whether it's the morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're from, it is time to talk some magic. And as usual, I am drinking a beautiful cup of dark roast, the Nescafe Gold Dark Roast. Not sponsored yet, of course. And we got tons. What do we have to talk about today? I think they're starting to actually release information about the new core set. The new core set is coming out. And I don't know if this is true. Like, Day 2 Dryden posted some image of Teferi at 4 mana that had flash speed. Like, the Planeswalker itself had flash speed. I don't know if I can believe that yet. It was a very blurry image, but if that's true, that looks ridiculous. The Pessimist Scientist, sup? What's up? Good morning. Good morning, Thomas T1980. Good morning, Cactusovishmok. I'm sure that's how it's pronounced. Mikey J. What's a coffee and MTG without Mikey J? Don't worry, Nikachu. I'm here. Good morning, John J. Good morning, Olaf the Snowman. And good evening. Good morning, Cinzia49. Good day from Norway. Must be really nice in Norway. It's pretty good weather here in Winnipeg. It was boiling hot for the last few days, but now it's starting to cool off, and we're doing good. It's getting better. The squad's here. Creepshow 138. Good morning, Marufin and Daxter Johnson. Good morning. Good morning to the Morning Street fam. And it's way too damn hot here. You gotta turn up that air conditioning. You gotta use all resources that you can in order to cool off. Don't panic, but I almost couldn't make it today. I'm not. You know what? I know you, Mikey J. You're gonna make it. You're always gonna make it. So yeah, I don't know. Are there any more leaks coming out from core sets 2021? Are the spoilers already up? I'm not sure. Core set 21 or 2021 spoilers. I don't know when that stuff's supposed to come out. I know it's time to make my morning latte when I get my Nikachu live notification. Exactly. Absolutely. So we've got something here. Oh my, are you serious? Are you serious? I think they're serious. What is going on here? Are they literally putting this back in standard? Why? Why would they do this? What is the point? It would appear that the rumors are true. Ugin the Spirit Dragon, for some reason, is going to come back. Ugin the Spirit Dragon is back. Not only that, this is going to be in, Historic is going to be fine. I think its place in Pioneer is also going to be fine. That might look blurry as hell, but that's enough confirmation for me. I mean, when I've seen these super blurry pics in the past, they usually ended up being true anyway. So there it is in all its glory. Ugin the Spirit Dragon is back. Coming in core set 2021. But what else is back? What is this? So something censored? We don't have the full thing here. It appears that they want to tease us a little bit. I don't know why the teaser is at the waistline, but we got Veto, and they also censored the the flavor text. That's the really important part of this. Veto, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. For 3 mana, whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. I mean, imagine playing this with Gray Merchant. So So your opponent loses your opponent loses life because of the devotion. Then you gain life because of your devotion, and then your opponent's going to lose life because of the devotion. That is ridiculous. And all your creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. That is disgusting. And it's only 3 mana. Only 3 mana. Mono black devotion. So they made that Gray Merchant for a reason. They absolutely made that Gray Merchant for a reason. We've got Basriket, white legendary planeswalker. More 3 mana planeswalkers, people. Apparently they didn't learn their lesson with the fairies and Gideons. Although I have to say Gideon of the Trials didn't really get much traction. It was more defensive than it was offensive. +1, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. It gains indestructible until end of turn. All right. -2 whenever... Oh, I can't read it at this point. -2 whenever 1 or more non-token creatures attack this turn, create that many 1/1, I'm guessing, white soldier creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. So you get to make more creatures, basically, from the -2. And -6, which is pretty hard to get to because there's only 1 +1 ability. You get an emblem with, at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, then put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Ooh, so it's like a lord every single turn until your opponent is dead. That's deadly. But I think it's within reason. I don't think, like, well, how are we judging this card? Good morning, Tuxdev. Good morning. Oh, Creepshow just tipped $6. Thank you, Creepshow. Thank you. All the hearts. Thank you very much, Creepshow. There's some stuff that I'm missing here. Creepshow. On this streaming software, I don't have great notifications for when I get tips and stuff like that. But thank you very much for the donation, Creepshow. Awesome. Sweet stuff. Kyoka66, good morning. Nielsen. This would definitely not be a morning show without Nielsen. How do we feel about this Planeswalker? This thing's busted. Is it fair? I think it's fair. I don't like it. It's the indestructible creatures are only until end of turn. Solid Planeswalker, but standard is too busted for it. +1 seems obnoxious. I think it'd be more obnoxious if it was until the next turn. Like there's a lot of these cards these days are like, give some creature an effect and it lasts until the very next turn. That I think is obnoxious. Until end of turn, I mean, yeah, your creature can freely attack for like nothing. Good morning, Kiosk 14. It's okay. You know, like I actually agree with that sentiment. It's okay. So Basri Kent triggers Winota? I don't think so, because you have to attack with a. Oh, I see. You want to talk about the soldiers? Yes, the soldiers. If they're only like white soldier tokens, correct. It triggers Winota. Correct. Maybe there's going to be another Winota deck with like this Planeswalker, and you're making tokens. Well, you don't make tokens though. You have to attack with something else. Oh, I see. Okay, let's decrypt this. Whenever 1 or more non-creature tokens attack this turn, create that many +1/+1 white creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. So that question I can't answer. Does anyone have that answer? Do the triggers that are automatically tapped and attacking trigger Winota? I don't know. My guess would be no, because they are already. Like, we've already declared our attackers and tapped them. Those are the attacking creatures. These aren't, like, they are already tapped and attacking. They are not they are not immediately attacking. Mike the mailman. Hey, John. Hey, chat. Hello, Mike. Yeah, no triggers. All right, so it's not going to trigger. No triggers. Thai iced tea. You already declared your attackers. It does not trigger Winota. We got unanimously does not trigger. Yes, I understand now. After it's gonna be annoying in mono white and historic. Probably it is. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to the spoilers. So we've got Basri Kent, and so I mean, I guess like we've got. Actually, let's go to Baneslayer Angel, and we all know what Baneslayer Angel is. You're gonna click on this or what? Still got to load. So like in the in the spoilers that we saw Ugin the Spirit Dragon, we saw Baneslayer Angel. So does that mean we're gonna see like Lightning Bolt and stuff like that? Is that a possibility? Massacre Worm is coming back? Not that that really saw much play, who cares? What is so what's a new one? What's this Basri Acolyte? That my computer's not loading right now. Do I need to refresh you? So Basri Acolyte, just I think it's pretty clear as we see it here. Basri's Acolyte is a double white and 2 generic for a 2/3 lifelink creature. Cat cleric. They're bringing cat tribal or something to the forefront, because there's gonna be like dogs and cats or something into the new core set. When Basri's Acolyte enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 other target creatures you control. Okay, gotcha. It's like Vine Shaper Mystic, but for cats, and it costs one more mana. So we've got Ugin the Spirit Dragon, and then we've got one other random card, Demonic Embrace, double black. It's an aura. Enchanted creature gets +3/+1, has flying, and is a demon in addition to its other types. You may cast Demonic Embrace from your graveyard by paying 3 life and discarding a card in addition to paying its mana cost. That seems pretty fair, and I think that is pretty interesting. You know, finally, one of the biggest problems with auras is that, like, once it goes to the graveyard, it's over, and it's really hard. Like, it's super hard to construct a good aura card for constructed play. Maybe something like this can see constructed play, because you know that once it goes to the graveyard, you'll get it back. Still, at 3 mana, it's pretty tough, but maybe this is the testing ground for Wizards of the Coast to see, can we push auras? Like, let's be serious here. Auras are like a really big card type in Magic the Gathering, but they see almost no play in constructed. Almost no play, because they are so weak and so vulnerable to spot removal. The 2-for-1 is real, and it's super serious. But when we see a card like this, hey, where are you taking me? Non-evergreen, Machat. So more spoiler stuff. I didn't click on any of this. I don't know where this website is taking me. Oh, what is this? The Vulpikeet. Oh, this is from Ikoria. This is not new. Error stuff. Okay, we've crashed. But the point is, very interesting to see that they're trying to push auras to maybe eventually see some like some constructed play. If there is only a way to like get them back from the graveyard and play them in a fair way, I think they would be useful. Like, I think the most iconic aura ever was Rancor, and Rancor basically, I mean, if we look at Rancor, like, the reason that this card sees play, period, is because it comes back over and over again. So it enchants a creature, and if you kill the creature, it comes back from the graveyard, so it's not a 2-for-1. And that is the core to making these auras playable for constructed play. It cannot be a big time 2-for-1. Where am I here? Okay, so let's get back to the chat. So what people can end up tipping me now. Oh, thank you, Cody, Vizgar, Big Heart. I need like, what do I need? I need like, do I have a banner for like thanking people? Banner. Oh, I gotta make a banner or something. I'll make something for these live shows, giving like showing my thanks for the tips. 420, beautiful number. My brother would be very proud. My brother would be very happy to see this. Maybe he's watching right now. He can show his support for the 420. Refresh, new creature revealed. Well, I don't know. The database crashed. It looks like everyone is going after the site at once. We crashed the site, people. We crashed the site. It just like collapsed in on itself. Oops. This reminds me of the Dredge aura. I'm not familiar with that Dredge aura. Bolt and Standard, well, not confirmed yet. That is a rumor that Bolt is coming, because apparently the the hint was that the card has like 20 printings and has seen play in like 5 standard formats or something like that, or no, it has 5 different arts, and Bolt fits the description. So it is just a matter of time before we see if Bolt is going to come back in standard. It's been 10 years. It's been 10. I was there. I played in Zendikar and Worldwake when Bolt was in standard. Like the foundation and iteration of Jund was born during that era. Good old Bloodbraid Elf versus Jace the Mind Sculptor action. This core set is going to be amazing. Oh, they're pushing things. Any new Teferi Walkers? Well, I saw what might be a real spoiler for Teferi. I can't tell yet, but well, I mean, where is date? Let's look up. All right, day 2. Where are you? Where is this post that you made? So I don't know if this is real because again, it's all blurry and stuff. But here's Teferi the Time Walker for 4 mana, a double blue and 2 generic. It has flash, so you can just flash it in play. +1, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the other on the bottom of your library. -1, exile target permanent you control, return that permanent to the battlefield under its under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. And at -5, take an extra turn. Starts at 3 loyalty. Here, I'll give you a bigger picture. I don't know if this is... I have not confirmed that this is true or anything like that. All I know is Day 2 Dryden posted this picture. I have no idea where his source is from. If anyone knows if this is bullshit or not, you know, let me know. Did anyone else see this picture anywhere? Where did this come from? It's like really hard to tell what's real and fake. So Kiosk says it's fake. Like that's why it's 35 out of 204. Okay, so if it's bullshit, it's bullshit. Let's move on. I'm just if it's like, you know, if it's possible. I've been told that this is fake. Says Loyal Lobster. So Loyal Lobster says it's bullshit. Kiosk says it's bullshit. It's 0.35 out of 204. So it's good enough for me. It's just a bunch of nonsense. It's how do I put it? You know, I'm fine with rumors, but I'm not fine with total BS cards. For it to be true, we would need to have only 34 white cards plus blue cards until T. Hey, Fish Fam. Hey, Reformed One Trick. Yeah, Nielsen's so busted. It's BS. R&D, what are you doing? But you know, it's as fake as everyone, as we all believe. Well, the Teferi that we saw was garbage. Oh, Lantern also donated a 420. Thank you, Lantern. So where's my notifications? M5 says 69 is a better number. So apparently Stream Elements is helping. You can tip to Nikachu MTG using this link. Awesome. Thank you, Stream Elements bot. You're doing a good job right now. So do I get a good notification when these things happen or not? So I have to look out for... Okay, so let's just continue with the show. And I just hope I can notice the donations when they happen. This core set is going to be amazing, one way or another. I mean, they got Ugin. Ugin's on the way. Baneslayer Angel, also very interesting include, because that's going to give a lot more power to... I mean, it's a pretty big staple for control decks. Maybe they don't need Baneslayer Angel because they've got the other angels, but still, Baneslayer Angel is a pretty good card for standard. It's a good stabilizer, a good way of turning the corner for the control decks if they need it. And you could argue, you know, they don't need any more help, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. I don't know how to feel about Ugin. I'm just waiting for Tron Lands reprints at this point. I don't think they're going to reprint the Tron Lands. You know, Tron Lands are one of the most controversial aspects of modern. So I don't think they're coming back. Thoughts on Tron Lands are going to be printed in Double Masters. Yeah, they're getting reprinted in Double Masters. This is for sure. Oh, Cinzia49. Are you getting any preview cards from Wizards of the Coast? Nope, absolutely not. They most definitely don't give me preview cards. I haven't signed up yet for their content creator program, but I do remember, I don't think they're going to give me anything anyway, but they do prefer you to be a streamer, not a YouTuber when it comes to dishing out the preview cards. But I'm not going to hold my breath. They did give me boosters once. They give me collector's boosters. So, and honestly, I prefer the collector's boosters over any preview cards. Who cares? The collector's boosters, I'm getting actual value. I'm actually getting stuff. The preview card, it's worthless. I can't sell the preview card, and everyone's going to know the card in time anyway. So, whatever. So, just Wizards of the Coast keep sending me collector's boosters or boxes or something like that. I'm well appreciative of that. I appreciate it very much. Chat on screen later is great. Congrats. Yes, I know. It's awesome. Isn't this fun? I think this is cool. This is really cool. So remember, if you have any questions or you have any interesting news to share, let me know in the comments section. I can answer them. That font doesn't look right. So yeah, maybe that's, I think this is in reference to the Teferi, the busted fake Teferi that we just saw a little while ago. Mikey J100 says, anyone want to take prop bets on the real Teferi card being more busted than the fake one that we just saw? honestly, if you showed me Teferi Time Reveler and that fake Teferi that we just saw, I would have bet that the 4-mana Teferi was more likely to get printed than Teferi Time Reveler. I would have, if you asked me which one was the real one, which one was the fake one, I'd be like, oh, that Teferi Time Reveler, what? 3 mana, you can't cast instants any and sorceries any, or no, you can't cast anything on your opponent's turn. That's got to be garbage. That can't be real. That's bullshit. But yeah, we live in a world where Teferi Time Reveler is an actual card that sees play in every format. Yeah, the ultimate giving extra turn, like the extra turns thing after like 3 turns is, that was just beyond nonsense. So just in case you're just tuning in, you don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about this fake card, this fake news over here. Teferi the Time Walker, not real, at least according to this chat. Imagine it was like, how do I put it? They like try to fake us out by calling it 35 out of 204, and it ended up being an actual real card. But whatever. Like, this is what we're it's not apparently not real. Not real. Ultimate, you get 2 extra turn. You get an extra turn after this one for just like plussing it twice. That's a bit ridiculous. A bit ridiculous. Look up Mangara the Diplomat. What's going on with Mangara the Diplomat? I have to put MTG because a bunch of other stuff is coming up. Mangara. Oh, so this is the new card. Where's this coming from? Click to see spoiler. So this is, hey, where'd my card go? So this is, whoops. Come back. Mangara the Diplomat, 4 mana, lifelink. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and/or planeswalkers you control, draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card. So this is now another confirmed spoiler from that we saw from yesterday. So I guess what happened was there was a bunch of leaks and rumors of these cards came out, and Wizards is like, wait, is this scheduled, or is this Wizards? Are they responding now to the leaks? Like, because like that basically the beans have been spoiled. Does anyone know, like, is this on, are all these cards coming out on schedule, or is Wizards now just reacting to the fact that like, what, all our info is leaked, so let's like get it out there anyway? Because this was in text form on Reddit already, according to the leaked information that we had. Probably damage control. Because usually, like, Wizards usually has these things scheduled out pretty cleanly. How did Mangara go from homelessness to a diplomat? Hey, a person of the people. Person of the people. Morning, Monster CC. Oof, that no, the last ability I think actually is more fair than the first one. The thing is, whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card. I think especially once we get to turn 4 to 5, that's less likely to happen. Or someone can just play one spell on their turn and the second spell on their opponent's turn. Generally, if you're a really mana efficient deck, you usually can do something like that. You have a lot of instant speed interaction that you can play on your opponent's turn to not activate this. But if you're attacking with 2 or more creatures that are attacking you or the planeswalker, you draw a card, that's a lot harder to play around. Like, if you need to alpha swing or you need to attack with multiple things to kill a planeswalker, that's going to trigger a lot. That's going to happen very, very often. I think that is way harder to play around. Wait, you just going to... So you have this Mangara the Diplomat's a 2/4 creature on the battlefield. You're just going to attack with one thing. Mangara probably can just block it or nothing happens. But if you want to go wide and actually push some damage, it's going to get value. I think the first ability is actually way more valuable. Not to mention, that has lifelink. All right, so you're attacking with just one creature. Even if you're attacking with one creature, this thing has lifelink. So like, even if this is actually even more difficult because you attack with one creature, I attack back for 2, I gain life. I'm not even taking as much damage as you're taking. Like, if you're a 4-power creature, okay, I take it. I attack back for 2, so I only really lost 2 life. If you go wide with a lot of creatures, I draw a card. I can block one of them, probably like a 3/3 creature. I gain 2 life. This actually has, like, once this is on the board and it's not removed, this is very difficult to beat. I think the first ability is really ridiculous, and the second ability, it's good. It's obviously good, but we have more room to play around that second ability instead of the first one. Yeah, so Kiosk says, if you want to see a full list of all the leaks and stuff, that leaks and rumors, which apparently are all coming to fruition, you can go check out Magic the Gathering Arena Zone.com / you just go to mtgarenazone.com, and it's like one of the first articles, and basically everything is there. Yeah, Leia the Dawnbringer is basically Baneslayer Angel, right? And has any of the M21 been confirmed? Yeah, we're looking at a lot of them. I mean, look at Mangara the Diplomat. So all the like Ugin is confirmed. So everything is coming into place. It appears that a lot of these rumors were actually true. So we could be seeing the return of Rancor in Standard. We could be seeing the return of Lightning Bolt. That would be huge. That is a really earth-shattering card to be seeing in... Like, that is the single most efficient removal spell in the game. I mean, there are many times in Modern's history where Lightning Bolt is... like the best card in Modern, is the best card in Legacy. It's the most played card because it's so efficient. It kills most creatures, especially in the non-rotating formats, but also it just goes to your opponent's face. So it's not like for example, Fatal Push. Sure, it kills creatures pretty efficiently, but pending the situation, you just need a little bit of extra reach, and Lightning Bolt can do that for you. So that's very, very interesting. Double Masters, only Vintage, Legacy, and EDH, right? And Modern. Like, they'll have Modern reprints and Double Masters for sure. Yeah, it'll be legal in Modern as well. Yeah. And what other silly formats? Vintage, Legacy, Modern, maybe Pioneer, like for any cards that are legal for Pioneer. But I don't think the thing is meant for Pioneer. But we'll see. We'll see what they print. Close to 69 viewers. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Which number is better, 69 or 420? I think I would lean on the 69 part. I think it depends how 420 you are. I have nothing against the 420 people, but I don't indulge myself. Well, hello, Josie. Welcome if you're around. So, oh my god, King Koopa says, the alleged Teferi leak stats, you can use the minus abilities anytime you can play an instant. Yeah, so it's just the, is it the minus ability or just a Planeswalker's ability? the like whatever ability. I think it's like any ability. You can use it anytime you can play an instant. Yeah, and there's a loot, draw a card, then discard a card, and target creature you don't control phases out, which is weird. And -10, take 2 extra turns after this. So it's really hard to get to the -10. So the Teferi might not. Well, we'll see what happens. The Teferi might end up being really, really annoying, but maybe not. Do you think they will not ban the Oracle combo in Pioneer because it covers the role Splinter Twin had in Modern, Fun Police, thus keeping things in check? If history taught us anything, banning Splinter Twin actually just blew up the format. Like, and I mean, what I mean by blow up the format is it created a lot of diversity. Like, there were a lot of archetypes born out of Splinter Twin's banning. And, you know, if you look at Pioneer, what it was at the beginning of the format, before the Theros set, Theros Beyond Death came out, it was super diverse. There were a million decks. And then Theros Beyond Death comes out, and all of a sudden, we now have a few combo decks, like the Lotus Field decks, and also we now have the Thassa's Oracle Inverter combo deck, and it shrunk the metagame big time. So, I mean, it's still a diverse metagame. There's a lot of there are a lot of archetypes, but it's not like it's super completely wide open. And, you know, I think a lot of people actually enjoyed the really wide open format. It wasn't busted or anything. I mean, Wizards made the appropriate bannings where it was necessary. So if they don't ban Inverter or Oracle, it would not be because I don't think Wizards are trying to like control Fun Police, but they're being objective. The Inverter appears to not be nearly as strong as it used to be. And in fact, like, I just had a league the other day and I didn't play against it once. I used to play against it like 3 out of 5 times in a league, and now I didn't see it at all. So right now, they won't. I don't think they're going to touch Inverter because their data says it's fair, and and my like experience in the metagame also says it's fair. There's a reveal live tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific time. Interesting. So we'll see what happens with the rest of the spoilers. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, makes me go, what else could we attack with? Remember, if you have any questions, you can at me at Nikachu MTG, or you can also give 3 question marks before the question and 3 question marks afterwards. Anything that like gets my attention is good. It's good with me. Let's see. Or any comments or questions, or maybe you can tell me if there's any other spoilers worth looking at right now. This is a morning talk show. Any sweet merfolk, or are we snubbed again? So far, it looks like we're getting snubbed. And it looks like they're creating, like, I mean, like, looking at the spoilers, they got Ugin. Like, that's a huge enemy of the merfolk. 8-mana Planeswalker just wipes the board. Yeah, sure, we've got answers. We got them. But the problem is if that thing resolves, it's over. It's just over. It will wipe the board, and any new merfolk that we put on the battlefield, even if it has flash, it's just going to get sniped off badly. So there's no word on the merfolk. Although the core sets have been very good to merfolk in the past. You know, where do you think we got like where do you think we got Harbinger of the Tides or Mistcaller? And Merfolk Trickster didn't come from a core set, but it came from a set that would have been a core set if core sets were around in Dominaria. So that set acted like a core set. Well, not really, but whatever. It was released at a time that a core set would be revealed. What are the things that core set gave us? Master of the Pearl Trident. So like core sets have been very good to merfolk historically. So I am looking forward to see if because it's the set that they can just print anything. It doesn't need to have anything to do with the flavor of the plane or the story that they're on. So it will be. I'm looking forward to the core set. I'm always in high hopes of what they're going to reveal in the core set. We got Brineborn Cutthroat, which does not see a whole lot of play in Merfolk, but is a tool that I think one day eventually can be played in Merfolk. Kyoka thinks Lightning Bolt keeps formats honest. So like if all these rumors so far are true, we're going to see Lightning Bolt soon in Standard again, which therefore means we've got Lightning Bolt in Pioneer, which is going to make the red decks even more powerful than they were before. You know, Wild Slash, get the hell out of here, Wild Slash. Lightning Bolt is back. Lightning bolts, all formats. I want Chandra art on my lightning bolts. I'm super sad I got nothing in the Chandra spellbook. Yeah, that's a bit weird, isn't it? You would think Chandra would be all in favor of lightning bolt. Double Masters won't bring cards into Modern, however. Yeah, there won't be any new cards. These are all reprints. Text Dev is on there. Tux Dev is on that. Do you have a stream schedule yet? Yes. Yes, I do. You want to talk my stream schedule? All right. So Coffee and MTG. So I haven't publicly announced this, so this is going to be the first public announcement. The morning show, Coffee and MTG, is going to be still for now. Is going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, and my gameplay streams are going to be 1 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I think what we're going to have is we're going to have Fish Friday, which means Merfolk. We're going to have Masters Modern Merfolk Monday. I don't know how many more M's I can throw in there. And then Wednesday, it could be anything. It could be Pioneer, it could be Historic, could be another like Merfolk thing. But I don't know. Wednesday, I don't have a really good catchy name for it, but we're definitely going to have Modern Merfolk both on like Friday and Monday. Definitely Modern Merfolk on Monday. Maybe we'll have Legacy Merfolk on Friday. I don't know. But the point is, I will be streaming. So I'll be streaming Magic the Gathering online content in a league. And the idea is on Mondays and Fridays when we play those leagues and we're done, I will fill up the rest of my time because I will stream for about roughly 3.5 hours. So after the league is done, then we'll play historic rank. I will play a historic ranked play. So we'll get like 2 formats on any particular day. And because the best of 1 games go so quickly, it can just fill up whatever time that I have not used for my stream. So if anyone's interested in that, that's what's going on there. So I hope to see you there. That's the stream, at least tentatively for June. That's how it's going to be. So I hope to see you there. Gotta get rid of this banner. Hopefully there are some Merfolk and Zendikar, and that's the thing. Zendikar, I mean that is a legit thing. Like there are, how do I put it? I'm very excited about the planes that have Merfolk on them, because there are some planes that don't have Merfolk. You know, when we went to cons of Tarkir, there are no Merfolk there, so there's nothing that we can hope for. We can just hope for like random blue cards, and they gave us Treasure Cruise. Great. We couldn't even use that in Merfolk. But in Zendikar, there are Merfolk. So there are some hopes that they're going to give us a legitimately good Merfolk card. Oh yeah, Tidebinder Mage was also a core set card. Yeah, absolutely. That was a sweet core set card. Olaf the Snowman, if we add Wizard's Retort to our historic deck, how do we change the mana base? Double blue with Ancient Ziggurat seems dubious. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad with Ancient Ziggurat, because think of it this way. In Modern Merfolk, all we need is double blue, and we're usually working with 16 to 17 blue sources. Can't use Mutavault. Well, I mean, we can use Mutavault to cast on 3. But I understand well, here's the deal. I do think we should switch from Ancient Ziggurat back to Unclaimed Territory, because if I'm playing Wizard's Retort, that means I'm not playing with Frilled Mystic. And if I'm not playing with Frilled Mystic, I have less of a need to play with Ancient Ziggurat. Also, if we're playing with Wizard's Retort, we're not playing with Umori, because that's not a creature card in our deck anymore. So that's also less of a reason for us to play Ancient Ziggurat. So if we are going the Wizard's Retort route, I agree. Let's play with Unclaimed Territory instead. That would be a better choice. Courtesy SLC. Regarding Companion Errata, a player can take a special action and outside the game into their hand. Thoughts on special actions and the implications if they lean into it, and adding more Wishboard style mechanics. Well, Wizards specifically said in their announcement that they are not going to lean into this. Like, they are rarely do this. They're making an exception for companions, and they have no intention of touching this into the future. And therefore, I don't think that they will create more special actions that will help dig into your sideboard. But that's not to say that they aren't going to make more cards that just say, grab a card from your sideboard, because they've already made many. Like, they have like a million of these cards, including Karn the Great Creator, which is just another one. So we will still see the printing of those cards. I don't know if they're going to do it. I doubt they're going to do it more at a higher frequency than they used to. But I don't think I trust Wizards when they say we're doing this we're taking special actions for this mechanic here, but we have no intention of making that like the norm. Yeah, sick. 3 days a week. 3 days. Is that good? Is that good? People like that? You like streaming? Basic Land Shark. Troll Tuesday gets dodged. There's no Tuesday. I need some time to edit videos and study for school. Basic Land Shark. Did you get sponsored by Nescafe? With that, let's just take a moment to take a sip of my delicious Nescafe Gold Dark Roast. Still not sponsored yet. I'm gonna make my proposal to them this Saturday. Thank you to everyone who said that you bought the coffee, posting pictures on social media, especially the Cody Hope, another influencer streamer. Because we're gonna get that sponsorship. We're gonna get something. I want unlimited coffee. That's my first demand, but there's going to be others. We're going to get sponsored by Nescafe. I'm going to be the first MTG player to get sponsored by Nescafe. Bring Troll Tuesday back. If you have a donation, if you want to make a donation league, then I'll play whatever the hell you want. But I still want to focus more on more competitive content. I would love to play. Do you know what? On Fish Friday, we're probably going to play like that. This Fish Friday is going to be Mono Blue Merfolk, but I'm definitely going to play that Paradigm Shift Legacy deck. That looks so sick. I can't wait for it. Alliteration. People love that shit. I don't know what that is. My vocabulary is not that broad. Will you ever play Arena Standard? No. Sorry, I will not play Standard. Unless, I played a little bit Standard when Merfolk were legal, but that was about it. I played a little bit Standard when Mono Blue Tempo was a thing in Standard, because I really like that deck. Winning Wednesday, I love that. Nielsen on there with the Winning Wednesday. We got some good names for Wednesday. Yeah, Legacy Fish Return. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to make it a norm, but I want to play some Paradigm Shift with Thassa's Oracle and Legacy. Finally, there's going to be something. I'm gonna take it to you, Lands, you stupid Lands deck. Screw your Tabernacle of Pendril Vale, stupid $1,000 card. Daedalus streaming. Do you playtest other decks to understand them better? And if so, would you stream those playtest sessions? No, I do not. So if you want my opinion about playing other decks to understand them better, let's talk about one of the advantages in Magic, and that is experience. So the experience advantage is very valuable the less the format rotates. So as you get, for example, let's just talk Modern, Legacy, Pioneer, formats like that. As there are more and more sets that come out, and you stick to your deck, you start accumulating more and more experience with your deck, and you start taking it to a higher and higher level as you keep playing against other people at a higher level. The value of playtesting other decks in Modern, I want to play my deck at this level against other people who are playtesting their deck at this level. But if I just pick up a random deck, say Tron, for the first time, I'm going to play it at a really beginner-like level, and I'm not actually going to learn anything about it. I'm not going to learn the truth about Tron, because I need to play test this deck for a year for me to really understand this deck in and out versus all the archetypes. And so in non-rotating formats, trying other decks, I don't think is worth it. I think much better is play test your deck against other masters. And I think that's the best way to learn about the format, because if you can get a completely wrong impression about your deck if you or of the decks that you're testing in Modern, because you have such a shallow amount of experience. You don't know how to mulligan properly, you don't know how to sideboard properly, you don't know how to do anything properly, because and you're going to get slaughtered. I wouldn't say slaughtered, but the matchups aren't going to play out like to the truth. Based on your play testing, because you just lack so much experience with the deck versus other people who have a lot of experience. Now, when it comes to the non-rotating formats, I think it's best to just play your deck, play against really good players, and learn what the weaknesses are of your deck versus them. And you want to play test against really experienced players so that you understand the truth of the matchup between your deck and theirs. Now, let's talk Standard, where no one has experience, because the format's changing constantly. A new set comes out, a card gets banned. So much is really changing, and the decks just turn over so quickly. What was once an archetype just disappears when the next set comes out. In that situation, where everyone is at an experience disadvantage, and everyone has like a really shallow amount of experience with each deck, and no one really gets to mastery, because you can't play test a deck for a year, because the deck disappears in a short amount of time, in like a matter of months. That is where it's valuable to play test other decks, because everyone has a sort of a beginner level experience. So if you're play testing every archetype in Standard at a shallow level, that will still put you ahead of everybody else, because everyone has a shallow level of experience. So that, in my opinion, anyway, so I can't share you any streams of me play testing the other decks, because I don't play test the other ones. I just stick to one deck in the non-rotating formats, because I really don't think there's a lot of value to be had playtesting other archetypes, unless you really want to play them personally, make it part of your how do I put it? Put it in your arsenal to play in a tournament. Whereas I think in the formats that shake up very often, like Standard, it is more valuable, and it's quite valuable, because no one's experienced, no one has a level of mastery. So if you play test other decks, then you learn quite a bit. And Nikachu, you play much with Legacy combo folk yet? Not yet. I have not play tested it yet. I just got my new computer. Everyone wants to bring back Troll Tuesday. Any chance of live Nikachu news? Not a damn chance. I don't know. That seems like a bad idea. I'm better off editing those. Yeah, Reformed one trick. Frilled Mystic on turn 4 and 5 is really late now because of like Winota. Winota has set the standard for like how fast or slow your deck can be. What's your major? I have not decided one yet, but I am going to choose marketing. Are you going to post the stream videos on YouTube, or are you going to make content specifically for YouTube? Oh, everything streamed is going to YouTube. I had a little bit of rough starts in the beginning because I didn't know I had to save VODs. Actually, it doesn't even matter. Like when it comes to the VODs, I don't even need to stream. I don't even need to save VODs to Twitch anymore. And maybe I won't do that because I've learned how to save things or directly stream things to YouTube. Like right now, this is being streamed to YouTube right now, but it's done privately. And when I'm done, I'll save it, and then after that, I'll publish it after I make like a thumbnail or something to it. Cody Hope is definitely doing his part, helping me get that sponsorship with the Nescafe. Maybe he'll get some sponsorship too while we're at it. When are you dropping out of school and becoming a full-time Nescafe Dark Roast streamer? Well, we'll see how big of a paycheck that Nescafe is willing to offer. Enduring Ideal Donation League, yes. Enduring Ideal? Fish Friday starting with the same letter in a phrase. That's, oh, I see. Alliteration, that's right. I despise Shift. My results with it have been utter garbo. Well, I've heard mixed results. Mixed results. And frankly, I think some of the build matters. Like, I would rather go with Curse Catcher and have a Lord plan. Like, I've seen these True Name Nemesis plans. Maybe that's the way to go. But I would rather be really aggro with a combo, just a random combo finish. And I don't want to play with True Name Nemesis. I mean, I'm not even that big of a fan of True Name Nemesis and Legacy anymore. I'd rather going the Lord route. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling you have to run pretty hot for shift to be worth it. It's possible. Feels like a high variance tactic that lets you run really, really hot in a way the traditional list can't, but I think the actual win rate suffers a lot when averaging over many matches. It's possible. It's very possible. I don't think they distribute Nescafe Gold in US. They only offer the Classico and Taster's Choice labels. What the hell? What am I letting everyone know about the Nescafe Gold Dark Roast for? What is going on here, Nescafe? You got to open your distribution. Absolutely have to open your distribution channel. Make sure you get that Nescafe Gold out to all areas. And with that said, let's take a sip of my Nescafe Gold Dark Roast. Well, next time I go to the United States, I'm going to taste both of those to see what is the best choice for my US friends. Yeah, and Delver is so big right now, I'd rather just have a better Delver matchup. But you can still combo out. Hey, like, if you get Paradigm Shift to resolve, and then you basically resolve Thassa's Oracle, uncounterable with Cavern of Souls, I think that's good. I think that's awesome. Starting at 3 useless shifts in hand while getting beat down by an Insectile Aberration would have gotten eaten by a Trickster. It's possible. Yes, these are all things. I mean, maybe we sideboard the combo. I think the combo is still valuable. Maybe you just sideboard the combo. Mr. Shumway asks, how old are you? I am 34 years old. And I look great. Don't I look great? I think I look great. Tuxdev still likes Frilly, but he's more heavier on the borrowers. Can you not stream YouTube and Twitch at the same time? I can, but I need to encourage you all to come to Twitch so that I can get to affiliate and break all the records and maybe partnership. But here's the thing. I don't know if there's any advantage to going to partner. So once I get affiliate, I might just start streaming to all the platforms like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. I may not ask for everyone to come directly to Twitch, although, you know, if you come to Twitch, you get the cool emotes and stuff like that. But we'll see. We'll see. But I heard, because the problem is once you get to partner, there's like, so first you're at pony level, but then you go to affiliate level after you've met some metrics by Twitch, and you can still stream anywhere. But then when you get to partner, you're only allowed to stream directly to Twitch. That's their agreement. You can't stream anywhere else. So I might actually not go to partner. I just get affiliate, and that's good enough for me. What's your thoughts on combo folk in Modern? Is it viable? I want to try it. I really want to try it. Like, I've got some like idea of playing Inverter of Truth with Thassa's Oracle. Like, why not? Why not play that thing, you know? Well, maybe I don't have to show everybody, but like, Inverter of Truth is not that hard to splash. It's not that hard. And by the way, Inverter of Truth, well, let's get Inverter of Truth up here. Inverter of Truth, you sexy devil. You sexy devil. So, I mean, it's a 6/6 flying creature, damn it. So after my opponent has, like, killed all my good stuff and I have, like, 10 things in the graveyard, just throwing out an Inverter of Truth is not that bad. And then my deck size is, like, 10 cards large, but you're going to die in 4 turns because this is an enormous creature. So even the creature by itself is pretty damn good. And then randomly I can just combo off against you. And that's just how it's going to be. Mikey J says, I got to take off to get some Nescafe. Go get it. Go get the Nescafe. Save that screenshot, by the way. I'm gonna have a lot of evidence to give. I'm gonna have a lot of evidence to send Nescafe when the time comes. Monster CC is really hot on True Name Nemesis. It sounds like a lot of people are still playing like Legacy Merfolk. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. Bless me. Cactuso Vismok says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much likely are to get True Name Nemesis? Probably 1. Like in Modern? Probably 1. It's probably not going to happen. It'll just upset too many people. The upside, there's like no upside to it. And Wizards of the Coast acknowledged that this card was just a brutal mistake. Like, It was not meant for like 1v1 play. This card is just never getting printed again. Well, I mean, it can get printed again, but it's not going to see play in Modern. I think it's fair, but I think Wizards of the Coast is in damage control mode. They don't want to upset anyone. I thought if there was ever a chance for True Name to come into Modern, it was going to be at Modern Horizons 1, but now I think, well, who knows? If Modern turns into a complete dog shit format where like everyone's just throwing bullshit at each other, then maybe they'll throw True Name. Like, hey, it's gone to hell anyway. Let's put True Name Nemesis in there. Nikachu MTG, can we get a stream where your brother plays Merfolk with only chat's help? It's very unlikely. I don't think I have the time for that. I've asked my brother to stream. He can stream. He's got OBS set up. He can do it. He knows how to do it. Yeah, you can get Nescafe Gold on Amazon, and it says imported from Canada. Interesting. So the Canadians, we're lucky to have Nescafe Gold Dark Roast. So what are they gonna do? Is like Nescafe just gonna send me like more like American stuff? Or is this like a really unique coffee, or is it the same thing in the United States but branded differently? Very curious. It's interesting how much of a meme this has turned into for this morning show. Drink it every day though. Drink it every day. Cactusovishmok says 34. I thought you were younger than me, and I'm 28. Yeah, I know. I look great. If you don't smoke or drink or do drugs your entire life, you can look like this. You can look young forever. You can look young forever. And I got the spirit of someone who's like 16 years old. Nikachu is what the kids call a snack. That's right. Partner means your cut gets better, I think. Well, it better get a lot better. I'll say so. I mean, hey, Twitch, if you're offering me more money, Nikachu is listening. I've said it before. Nikachu sells out really easily, so I'm not. Everyone's like, oh, everyone's afraid of selling out. Nikachu is not afraid of selling out. I wouldn't say I will accept sponsorship from some random sponsor. I have received like all sorts of weird emails for things that I do not care about. Very frequently, earphones. Hey, you interested? We produce earbuds. We produce these earphones. We produce some sort of thing. Usually earbuds. They're really cheap. And here's our site. We'd love to do some sort of sponsorship deal with you. I'm like, I don't use your earphones. Like I have Apple AirPods, which are not compatible at all with this Windows computer. I have to get like another separate. I have to get more I gotta get different earphones just for my Windows computer, and I sort of need them for the streaming because I want to listen to the arena sounds. I love the arena sounds, but I don't want the sound coming through to my microphone at the same time while it's coming from my desktop audio. Yeah, Twitch partnership doesn't like dual streaming, but they're okay with YouTube VODs. Yes, they are. I personally prefer Twitch as a streaming platform. Yeah, we're moving people everywhere to Twitch. Like here on Twitch, the theater mode is great. Nikachu, if you could design a mono blue walker to help us, how would it be? So it's got to be like some sort of like 3-mana planeswalker because it's got to be relatively easy to play, and it needs to bounce like non-land permanents because I want some answer to Ensnaring Bridge. And what it would be ideal is if it like made a creature or something, or had some value, drew cards, gave her like it has some static ability while it's in play. All your creatures have hexproof. That would be great. So like yeah, all creatures you control have hexproof and can bounce stuff. That sounds pretty cool to me. I really like True Name Nemesis too, but I think it's hard to play both True Name Nemesis and Silvergill at the same time. Niels Nielsen, I play Eldrazi and is also trying to get into Amulet Titan a little bit on Magic the Gathering Online. Do you think that is a deck that takes a long time to get into because of the complex gameplay? So I think Amulet Titan is not that complex in the long run. The complex part is just learning the ideas in the first place because none of them are going to be very intuitive. And I would suggest learning Amulet Titan through F. Pavlush on Twitch through his Patreon because he's got good resources on that. So the thing is, from the beginning, it's a mess. I think it's a very hard deck to get into, but once you are shown the way, it will be less difficult in the long run, because all you need to know is the idea. All right, in this particular situation, I need to get this card, and if you know how to get that, like, okay, I need to get that card, I need this land, and I need to do this order of things in order to get those cards, to get that board state. It's just very difficult to know the ideas, like learn them all by yourself. But if there is someone who can guide you into it, which we do have the resources for these days, I don't think it is that bad. And especially since it's a very powerful deck, you get a Primeval Titan on the battlefield. Like, once you learn, like, okay, when I have an amulet in play, if I have this combination of lands, then I can get a Primeval Titan on the battlefield very easily by turn 3. Or if I have 2 amulets, that will always win the game. If I have, like, this land, I get this many. You know, once you learn the ideas necessary to win games, then it's a breeze. But learning it all by yourself is, like, basically impossible. All right, we'll answer a few more questions. Then I got to go. If we got True Name Nemesis, Laplacian would lose it and throw a tantrum. So Wizard of the Coast, do it. Okay. Is he? Why would he even care? Like, counters, like Devoted Devastation just completely ignores that card. Did you hear the banning and restricted update on Arena got postponed today? I did not hear that, but it's not a big deal for me. You know, if they get it a day later, it's not too bad. DPity22. I have not tried instant coffee in about 20 years. I grind my own locally roasted beans. Oh, that's nice. Oh no, but you grind, you don't grow. But your constant insistence on the quality of Nescafe Gold Dark Roast has me convinced to try it. Oh, and the whipped coffee recipes, which can only be made with instant grounds, are great. That's right. Exactly. Yeah, and I mean, I like this coffee enough that I don't drink my own, like, I used to grind my own beans, and it was annoying. I hate grinding the beans. Okay, I got to put the beans in the grinder and then go, and that has to last for like 5 minutes. I don't want to hear that. I got to grind my beans with, like, earplugs in my ears. And anyway, it was a big nuisance. And then when I found out this coffee was just as good as my ground coffee, I'm like, well, I'm not going anywhere else. I'm not going back. I'm just not going back. If I want to play something competitive with artifacts in Eternal formats, am I forced into a Karn Lattice plan? Probably. I'm not super familiar with all the artifact decks that exist in Legacy and Vintage, but I imagine that should be some sort of a staple in those formats. So I can't say for certain. Here, Tuxdev, Legacy and Aficionado, says yes, you pretty much have to use Karn in any artifact deck, like, because it's basically an instant win. Karn into Lattice is just a win. Laplacian complains every time Blue gets a card, ask him next time when you interview him. Force negation is the devil for him. That's very interesting. That's funny. He kept saying that Control sucks. Control got 1 million cards and it sucks. And so why would he complain that because they need more help? According to Wizards of the Coast is listening to Laplacian. You're saying, like, they suck, so they need help. Do you think Counterspell would be fine in Modern? Yes! Absolutely. Like, Counterspell doesn't see any play in Legacy, or, like, basically no play. It would see all the play in Modern. Look, Black has its Thoughtseize. Red has Lightning Bolt. White has Path to Exile. Green has Noble Hierarch. I don't know if I should count that, but okay, Green has Collected Company. Blue should have its spell, and it should be Counterspell. We do not have our signature spell, and our signature spell definitely should be Counterspell. All right, so that is going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for your donations. What do we call them? What are they called here? Donations, super chat, bits. I don't know what they're called in Twitch world. But thank you very much for all the donations. Remember, we do this Monday, like here, our stream, Coffee and MTG is on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. And don't forget, I will stream gameplay 1 p.m. Central Standard Time on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Too bad today is Thursday. So don't forget, I will be streaming some Modern Merfolk on Fish Friday. tomorrow. So check in for that. And yeah, thank you all for your donations and your support for these live streams. We had a really great conversation today, as we do every single day. Call them donos for short, not donation. Thanks for the donos. Thank you for the donos. Love the donos are good. Don't helps me buy more Nescafe Gold Dark Roast while I'm not getting it for free. So thank you very much all for joining me today. We had a great conversation today, and take care, and I will see you tomorrow. See you later. Bye-bye.